This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. The Magic of Aphrodite by David Thompson. Introduction. Aphrodite, Goddess of Beauty. The Western world's standard of beauty for thousands of years. The merest mention of her name brings to mind visions of the goddess rising from the sea on a shell, cherubs attending to her every need. Long hair flowing in the breeze, strategically placed fabric to cover up the more interesting body parts. Her face, the visage of Helen, the face that launched 1,000 ships. In the spring of 2019, I was hired to work a bit of family magic. I went into light meditation and heard the name Aphrodite. I knew of her based upon my research for my book series, The Furies, the goddess who was birthed by the same event that birthed the Furies. I happened to find a decent summoning prayer and I reached out. I felt her energy at first. A warmth. It was a gentle energy that flowed through the room. Then I became aware of her voice, smooth and somewhat deep. Again, gentle like her energy. She advised me on what to offer and what kind of magic I could work to assist my client. The magic was to reunite a man with his estranged wife. But only after he'd done some self-work on himself. I got back to my client, and he assured me that he had quit drinking and was in anger management. I advised him that this was the only way Aphrodite would work the magic for him. I then altered the prayer as she requested and set up to perform the ritual. A Friday, the day devoted to matters of love and family. While I had the circle cast, I happened to start a gold candle for myself. Two things happened. The man's wife agreed to a meeting, and they eventually got back together. Then my gold candle worked to bring me a new, well-paying client. I went to thank my usual patron for the client, and I was told it was Aphrodite's magic, not his. Although I had closed that part of the ritual, she was still around and granted that request as well. My patron deity said that Aphrodite was a goddess and had magic for all areas, not just love and sex. With that statement, I gave Aphrodite an offering, and then she gave me an idea. This book. 12 rituals that are aimed at self-improvement, artist inspiration, and health and wealth, and attracting to you a soulmate. But first, Aphrodite's origins. No story is complete without an origin story, and hers is unique. Origins. Aphrodite's origins all depends on who you are reading. Hesiod, one of the earliest Greek poets, has her origin story as follows. Long before the Olympians ruled the world, the primal god, Uranus, reigned with his wife Gaia, the goddess of the earth. Uranus was a rotten bastard, and he hated his children, so he hid them in the depths of the earth, until Gaia, loathing her husband, devised a plan with her son Cronus. She equipped her son with a sickle, and, when Uranus next came to sleep with Gaia, Cronus chopped off his genitals. The severed parts fell into the ocean and sea foam enveloped them. From this foam emerged the goddess Aphrodite. From the blood, the Furies were born. It is a bit more complicated than this. I used Hesiod's myth to explain who the Furies are when I wrote my Furies books. I was imagining the 3 Furies standing in knee-deep water, all wet and haggard as they watched Aphrodite rise from the surf, surrounded by cherubs draping her with strategically placed ribbons of cloth. As I looked into the goddess' actual beginnings, I was led to the earliest gods in Mesopotamia, and that culture worshipped a goddess a lot like Aphrodite, namely Inanna/Ishtar. I looked at the Canaanites and saw Astarte. It appears the goddess was worshipped all through the early civilizations in this region. The variations of Aphrodite are numerous, with multiple.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.